Yo, hello and welcome back. Peter is here. In today's video I'm going to show you how I went from this to this. But that's not all. We have another thing going on. And from this with these. So before we begin, I just wanted to show you a quick video of how the car sounds stock, and then we'll jump right into the build, and then if you wait till the end you will see the after video of how the car sounds, and let me tell you, it's amazing. Of the things we are going to need, as you can see, downpipe with 200 cell catalytic converter, and the second part of it, there is a clamp that clamps those two pieces. We are going to need a Sharpie in order to mark where we are going to cut this piece, because this piece is a bit too long for my car. I bought a new turbine seal just to be safe, anti-seize paste, so I would like to put those on every screw so they don't seize if I ever decide to go back to stock. This is a paste that's exhaust paste, so it's going to seal all the connections down the line. This is an adapter for the O2 sensor behind the cat, because sometimes you get a check engine light, and I will try to remedy that with this adapter. So it basically extends where the O2 sensor sits in order to receive less of exhaust gases, and so it won't throw the error. So we have the back O sensor, the front O sensor. Like I said, I bought a new one so I don't have to. So there we go, two 16 mil screws, and then you just snake this thing out. This is the thing, and it will give us enough room to unscrew the lower fourth screw, which we cannot unscrew from the upper side. So this is the only one. I don't know if you can see, this is the only one that, let me just try to, yes, this is much better. So you can see the screw right there in the middle. That's the one we need to unscrew. First thing we need to do is, of course, remove the engine cover that includes the filter, and if you're changing this won't go back in anyways, but you already know how to remove this. We have an MAF sensor right here, we have those two clamps over here, and we have usually two screws sitting right there. I already did it, and as you can see I already broke mine, but you have to pull it out really hard and make sure this hose is out. Do the same thing over here and it should be out. So next step would be to lift the car up, remove the under tray, and we'll go from there. I already know how to remove the under tray, but to be sure, there is one T40 or T45, there are two T30s and a couple of T25 screws on each side. So we are going to go and remove that. On the back side there's two screws that we need to unscrew. These ones are original ones, because original ones don't have this screw on this side, so you're gonna have to paddle them. I ended up cutting them both out and replacing them with normal screws. So you can remove this clamp which holds the original downpipe to the exhaust. You will have to unscrew those two screws in order to get this plastic piece out, because it's blocking us from unscrewing the screws holding the downpipe to the turbine. So there we go, two 16 mil screws, and then you just snake this thing out. This is the thing, and it will give us enough room to unscrew the lower fourth screw, which we cannot unscrew from the upper side. So this is the only one. Yes, this is much better. So you can see the screw right there in the middle. That's the one we need to unscrew. I'm not really sure if I need to remove this bracket over here holding the downpipe with those two rubber grommets. If so, there's two 10 mils and two more, I think 10 or 13 mil, or yeah, that could be 13 as well. So I'm going to try without removing it because it saves some time. I can show you now where the two screws are. As you can see, I already dismantled them, but you can see from underneath they are really easily accessible. And the other two are exactly on the opposite side from above, so you can get them from the engine compartment. The next basic step would be to go from above, behind the engine, and there are three more screws that we need to. I think you can probably see two of them. So as you can see, this is the type of extension you will need in order to get the fourth screw out, and I got it wrong. I actually think I have to get two of them from underneath. But yeah, anyways, next step after getting all those screws out is unplugging the O2 sensors, which are in here. The connectors are in here. That's the upper one, and there's the lower one, which I'm going to show you right now. Second O2 sensor, it's behind the cap, so we have to undo some screws to get it out. This is 210 mils to remove this thing, which holds the connector in place in order to disconnect this O2 sensor. I wanted to show you, this is how the turbine looks like without the downpipe. You can now clearly see all four screws, and I'm going to put NECs on all four of them, and then I'm just going to put the new how do you call it, O-ring, metal O-ring, so it fits nicely. It does take some wiggling, but I got it out, and I'm just going to show you. I had to remove this bracket that was holding it in place in order to get some more clearance to get the catalyst converter out. Other than that, it was actually really easy to get it out. So basically, unscrewing those four screws, they are 13, and removing this clamp on this side. What we have here is the original seal. I bought a new one, I'm going to show you right now, but it sits like this. So the two pointy things are going backwards and downwards. And yeah, other than that, probably nothing much going on there. So yeah, let me just show you how I need to get those two things off. Original downpipe, as you can see, one catalytic converter, second catalytic converter. There is the O2 sensor, first one, second one, and I just removed this thing because we are going to need it for the new one, and it sits like this. So the flat part goes upwards, and this kind of the downwards. So yeah, I just removed that. We are going to put some oil in it and put the new downpipe back in. The first part of the downpipe, it should look something like this, and of course I ran into a small problem. I have to shorten those two pins in order for the downpipe to sit in the right position to be able to extend it. But other than that, yeah, almost everything is the same principle, only in reverse order to how we removed the old one. I just bolted all four screws, not tightened them all the way. So yeah, we can still wiggle it a bit in order to get the proper alignment. You can see I've installed it, and just like I said, I just tightened all the screws. I had to cut those two legs in order for this to fit right. It still doesn't fit, but we will make it work. Installed the O2 sensor, wired the loom back, connected it, put the cap back. I've tightened this clamp holding those two pieces together. Going backwards, I put some paste, exhaust paste, and tightened those two screws. So basically the exhaust system is done. Only the thing I need to align those two legs in order for them to align to those screws right there, and then we will be done. So the only thing that's left for me to show you is how I installed this cold air intake, which is basically a tube that I've made myself. It's a 3-inch aluminum tube with silicone rubber pieces, elbows and stuff, and there is a place here for a MAF sensor to be installed, and I've just fixed it to the engine, so it sits really nicely and it produces a really nice sound. So yeah, that's it guys. It wasn't really that hard of a build, so I hope you liked the video, and if you did, make sure to subscribe and like so I can get that free YouTube money to invest in new projects like this. And now for the part that we've all been waiting for, how the car sounds after the build. I have to tell you, I do have a Pop and Bangs Stage 1 tune on the car, but it would sound just as good without it. So once again, thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Bye.